The transfer window has shut, and I believe given the budgets that we were given, it's been a fairly satisfactory window, and all we have to do now is keep on winning football matches. And today our very first Champions League campaign will begin, and I'm just hoping this season that we put on a very good show for the fans. Let's go and kick some balls. Hello and welcome back to Norwich, part 15 season 3 here in the Ferguson save set in the future. And the transfer window has shut and there hasn't been much business, just one in and one out since you were last with us. But on the pitch things are continuing to go very well, and as you can see from the table we are 3 points behind Newcastle in second place, but we do have a game in hand. And that game, as you can see, is away at Leeds United, and then we'll follow that with an away trip to Slovakian team Slovan Bratislava in our very first Champions League encounter. And we're just hoping that we put on a very good show for the fans this year. We have no ambitions to win the trophy this year, just to do as well as we can. And so let's have a look at what has been happening on the pitch since you were last with us. And when you were last with us, you saw our opening game of the season where we were away at Brighton, and we managed to win that quite comfortably by 4-0. We followed that with a 2-1 victory at home to Sunderland, and then that was followed by a 2-1 home win against Southampton. A 3-2 away victory against Sheffield United came before a 2-2 draw with Arsenal, and our 100% record in the league came to an end. But so far so good, and in the Premier League we are in second place. As I said, we are 3 points behind Newcastle with the game in hand against Leeds, which we will play today. And we do have a tough Champions League game. It begins with a game against Bratislava, and then we will play Braga, Bayern, Lazio, Beşiktaş, Ajax, and the final two games will be Barcelona and Real Sociedad. I really am not expecting anything from the Champions League this year, just that we do our best, put on a good show sometimes, and that we don't disgrace ourselves. I don't know the rules in the Champions League in this format, and I'm not sure if teams will qualify for the Europa League if they don't make it to the playoffs. I really don't know if that happens anymore, and I can't really see it within the rules there. But regardless, I think we just need to go and put on a good show and see how far we can get. And in the transfer window, there was not much business since you were last with us. Just one player went out. Jarell Surbiton, he went out on loan to Barnsley. Given the player that we brought in, he was then relegated to fourth choice right winger, and I felt perhaps it might be better to let this young kid go out for another season on loan and to continue his development and help him to continue his development, because I've just felt that his game time would be severely limited if he stayed at the club. But we did bring one player in. It was also a loan deal from Liverpool. We have brought in Nikita Matic from Liverpool. He is a central mid, but he can play on the right wing, and he's probably more likely to play on the right wing more than anywhere else. He can play centre mid, he can play attacking mid, and he looks like he's a decent player. He's got very good mental attributes, and he's quite a technical player. He's got good technique, good passing, a good first touch. He's come in as a squad player, and I think he's possibly going to be forcing his way into the team as probably more of a regular starter. We shall see how he fits in to the squad over the coming months. Also, in the contract that he has, we have agreed with Liverpool, there is an option to buy, but at 43 million, I doubt whether we're going to have the money to be able to do that, even if he becomes a great player with us this season. And before we go to the game, there is just one rather interesting piece of news. And we did ask the board to improve the youth facilities, but they rejected that request. And their reasoning for doing so was that your main focus should be signing first-team ready players. We don't want to be relying on young players who aren't ready yet. And I think that's very unkind, given how much effort we've put into developing all these young players. And I think it's really odd because you'd think the board would be very keen for that to continue and save themselves a lot of money. However, that is not the case. And so before we go to the game against Leeds United, if you're brand new to the channel and you like FM content and you love to see people suffer playing this game, drop us a like and leave a comment and help the YouTube algorithm send this video out to people who've not yet had the opportunity to visit the channel. This channel has been set up to support the British Heart Foundation. And having said that, I think it is now time to go and play some football. I will get the team ready for the game away at Leeds. Let's go and kick some balls. And so the team today for the game against Leeds is Gotts in goal, with Muntean, Lee, Ragwin and McSweeney at the back, Ahanach, Fortes and Zapropoulos in midfield, with Pook, Neil and Wilden up front. I hope we're going to have big games from Jay Neal and Wilden today. It will be nice. It's nice to see them playing together again. And hopefully up front they're going to do the business. We're traditionally very strong up front. We're not great in defence, but up front we can be quite deadly if we are in form. Would love to see Neil and Wilden having big games today. Let's hope we can put on a show and win this game against Leeds United. But it is Leeds with the first highlight. The rain is coming down. I'm not quite sure it is the best day to be zipping the ball around, but maybe if we are playing the ball around on the floor, the wet ground will give us an advantage. I don't know. The ball is going to zip about today. Maybe we'll have to look at the passing directness. Leeds are playing very well. They're just playing the ball around, teasing our press, and they are breaking our press quite well. Our press doesn't seem to be working very well. And there is the long ball over the top. We are playing with the standard line, so that we are aware that they will play probably long balls over the top. Standard line should help us to cope with those long balls. And they are, though, playing the ball out very nicely. And I think, actually, what I might do right at this point in time, we perhaps press a little bit harder, because we're not really causing them any problems. There's that ball over the top again, and Leeds have scored. And it is terrible start. Leeds have been absolutely all over us, and they are checking VAR, but I think he was onside. The goal is awarded. Leeds have been absolutely all over us in the first 5 minutes. We have been absolutely shocking. Defensively, we look poor, and Leeds have taken the lead. That is not the start that I wanted. We do know this is going to be a tough season, and we're going to have to do better than that. I'm going to berate the team. That was just not good enough. And we need to be doing a lot better. And hopefully if we press a little bit harder now, we can stop this nonsense that they're doing, playing the ball out from the back. We have to get in their face a little bit more. And we have intercepted. That's nice. Brilliant pass into Pook. Pook has a chance. Pook has made it 1-1. And there we go. We did cause them to make a mistake at the back. I didn't quite know how to adjust that. I was thinking, should I get them off the press a little bit, because Leeds were breaking our press. But I thought, no, what we want to do is press them much harder, make them make mistakes. And that's what's happened. And Pook was in. Pook with a lovely shot into the corner. It's Leeds 1, Norwich 1. We're back in the game. And I feel a little bit better now, but there is going to be another highlight. No wonder, am I in key highlights? Yes, I am, and it's just one of those busy starts to the game, and Zapropoulos has pressed his man and won the ball, but unfortunately we've given it back to Leeds. It's a very nip-and-tuck game. Leeds have had a poor start to the season. We traditionally don't do very well against teams like this, and we're not doing all that well at the moment, and we need to be much better. And Martinez has far too much space there. What a great save that was, and it has gone out for a corner. No, it actually hit the post, and we've got away with one there. Leeds, I think, are the better team at the moment. We're lucky to be 1-1. We're not controlling possession as well as I would like, but we're still in this game. And we can still win it if we focus, do our jobs. And I'm just checking players at the back, and in midfield we're losing the ball. And Leeds, I just feel I need to get stuck in. And Leeds are absolutely hammering us at the moment. They do have a chance. They've made it 2-1. I'm going to tell the boys to get stuck in. We are losing the ball so much. And it's now 2-1 to Leeds. What an absolute nightmare we are having at the back. When we play badly at the back, we play badly. And this is not what I was hoping for today. It's very, very poor. And defensively, I think we need to sort ourselves out. It's absolutely horrendous. Maya is causing us all sorts of trouble. I think what we need to do is look at where Maya plays and get someone to tight mark him. And so we have asked the boys to tight mark him. But now, unfortunately, we have gone down to 3rd in the table. And Leeds are through again. They have another chance. It's 3-1. This is not what I was hoping for. We are in dreadful trouble. Defensively, we are an absolute mess. And I can't believe that this is happening. We have to berate the team again. And I can't understand it. We've been so good all season, and we've just thrown this away in the first 15 minutes. It's now Leeds 3, Norwich 1. This is horrible. We are in dreadful trouble here. We've got Reguin on a 6.2. He's going to have to come off already. And we will bring on Andrade Silva to play instead of Reguin. He's having an absolute nightmare. And we are not playing very well at all. Absolutely shocking, terrible. That's all I can say. And I think what I might have to do is push the lines up. The standard line, we are giving them far too much space. And we'll probably need to push the lines up. And we do have a chance now. And Wilden has made it 3-2. And it's such an open game. I really am struggling to work out what is going on here. The goal is being checked. Leeds was allowed. Ours will probably be disallowed. It has been awarded. It's now 3-2. And I'm going to push the line up. I think if we're going to win this game, we have to attack them. So we'll push the line up higher. We'll try and really take the game to them now. And see if we can't get an equaliser here before half-time. 3-2 at the moment. Wilden has got his first goal of the game. Let's get some more. Let's go at them. We're checking VAR. Yeah, he was just about onside. And somehow it sneaked its way in. The goalkeeper was pretty poor, to be honest. And now we are still in 3rd place. It's Leeds 3, Norwich 2. We are going to have to perform a lot better than what we are doing. And I'm going to shout at the boys and demand more. This is not acceptable. And we have had all the match momentum in the last part of the first half. But Leeds are just taking the game to us, and they're taking their chances. And we need to be much better. Someone is injured. Muntin is injured. We will bring on John Allen, and he can play at right fullback. This is a dreadful, dreadful performance. I'm going to say that the defensive performance has been unacceptable, that the midfield and the attack have the ability to get us through this game. We can still get a point here if we work hard, but at the moment it's not looking very, very good indeed. And I can't understand why suddenly we've played so badly in defence today. And there's a ball over the top now, having pushed the line forward, trying to be more aggressive, a ball over the top, but it goes harmlessly out of play. And I'm not quite sure why there was that highlight. And he wants to play more direct passing. Things are not working out at the moment, so let's do what the assistant says. Let's try and get the ball forward quicker, as Leeds are pretty much dominating the way the game is going. They're controlling the ball, it looks to me. Even though they haven't had the majority of the possession, we are not playing very well. And we need to just get the ball forward, and hopefully pace at the front. We'll manage to get an equaliser that way. We just are not playing very well. And there's a lovely pass over the top to Wilden. Wilden has a chance to equalise. Wilden, with his characteristic chip, has made it Leeds 3, Norwich 3. Is this going to be one of the great comebacks? And I don't believe this game. There's goals everywhere. Leeds are probably being berated by their manager for their defensive performance. But that direct pass, Wilden's pace, and suddenly we are back in the game. Jay Neal needs to step up to the mark a little bit more defensively. We're not playing that bad according to the average ratings, but just, I don't know, this is a game that's full of goals. And Silva does a good job at the back there, heads it back to Gotts. Gotts, what's he going to do with it? Needs to probably play it long. Leeds are pressing high up the pitch, and he does. He plays it long. That's the more direct game that we want to play. Can we pick up the second ball? Neil is not having the greatest of games, but he does have the ball now. Neil bringing it forward. Zaprapoulis. Zaprapoulis with the ball over the top. Wilden is in space again, and Wilden has a chance to make it 4-3 and puts it wide of the post. We do have to think now about making some more substitutions, I think, before the next highlight. And so we have made our final substitutions, and we have brought on Hosoya, we've brought on Matic. Let's hope that Matic has a good debut, can sneak a goal. Hosoya, he hasn't started all that well, the Japanese youngster, the Japanese 5'4". He hasn't had the greatest of starts, and it was a poor first touch from him there, and he needs to be doing a lot better. I want to see Matic have a good game, Hosoya have a good game, and unfortunately we haven't been able to do much in midfield, and Leeds are in, and Leeds are going to score here. They carved us open there, but what a great save. And I took the goalkeeper off because our goalkeeper was taking much of the fault for our defensive performance, and Hunt has come on and made that wonderful save. But Leeds do have a corner. Let's not give it away now after that save, and Hunt does very well collecting the corner. He has good command of the area and good aerial ability. I think now it's probably time to come off, to get stuck in as players begin to tire, and we don't want to be making tackling errors at this point. But here come Leeds again. They do have a chance. They've made it 4-3. The game is getting away from us again, and defensively we've been absolutely woeful today, and Leeds have just taken us apart. And I don't know, they've just been creating space out of nothing. Our concentration has been very poor. Our good run has come to an end, an early cross, and they've made it 4-3. Time to berate them, and I think we got to go attacking now. We've got to try and get something out of this game, and let's go attacking. Let's try and get something out of this game. We've got nothing to lose now. Let's go for it, and we can't allow Leeds just to walk all over us like this, which they are doing. And Leeds have another chance, and it's just headed over the crossbar. At the moment, it's Leeds 4, Norwich 3. We are in third place, 3 points behind the leaders. It's a shocking performance today. I'm not happy with the team, and we need to do a lot better than what we're doing. And I'm going to demand more. We have to be winning games like this against teams in the bottom end of the league. It's not going to happen. Pook has been injured now. We have, it looks like, lost this game today, and I am going to be furious with the defence when I get into the dressing room. It's Leeds 4, Norwich 3, and I'm going to say we weren't good enough. I'm going to tell the defenders your defensive performance was woeful. And it was woeful. We don't concede 4 goals in games, and that was dreadful. And we have lost our opening game today, which means that we are in third position. We can't really be too hard on them, I suppose. If we were to look at the Premier League season preview, we're only expected to finish in 12th spot, so we can't really be that hard on them. But you know me, I like to win football matches, and we do have 2 injuries. Pook is going to be out for 3 weeks, and that is not a good thing, but we do have replacements now. We have Marcos and Hosoya who didn't perform very well on his opening game. We need to be better, and so we need now to get the team ready for the game in the Champions League. I will be right back before the match. And so the team for today in our very first Champions League game here at Norwich is Götze in goals, Carioca, Reguan, Lascaras and Allen at the back, Bertrand, Sutherland and Matic in midfield, with Hosoya, Kitambala and Neil will play up front. Neil has been in very poor form of late. The last 3 or 4 games he has not been playing very well, and so we need a performance from him. So instead of playing him as the attacking mid, we have decided to give him a game up front. This is a game that we should be winning, and so we are going out, we're going to attack, we're going to press them hard. It is a rotated team that we are playing, but hopefully it's good enough to get the 3 points here today, and let's hope that our attacking mission is the right thing to do. We are having most of the play in the early stages, but unfortunately we have that old problem where we're not getting the majority of our shots on target. It is at the moment still Norwich 0, Slovan Bratislava 0, and we need to be doing a little better. And I'm going to just drop a little bit of encouragement at the moment because we are dominating the game and we are 50-50 shots on target now. Bratislava are not really causing us much problems. They've only had 1 shot on goal. It hasn't been on target, and they're not looking like they're passing particularly well. We, on the other hand, are playing a lot better than we did on the weekend against Leeds. Defensively, we look a little bit more solid now, as we should, because we don't give 4 goals away in a game. It's very rare. And we are coming forward. Here is Carioca and Reguan. He finds Carioca. He is tipped to become a very good player, Carioca, trying to get the ball into the middle. It's all a little bit congested. Carioca finds Matic. Matic, can he find a cross? He's in the box. He's been taken out. Is that a penalty, referee? The referee has said no. I thought he was taken from behind there. It looked like a stonewall penalty to me. We need to win this ball in midfield. And here come Slovan Bratislava on the counter-attack. And usually it only takes 1 chance, 1 shot for these teams to go in front. But that time, that shot was way over the crossbar, and we have survived. And we need to do better, and I'm going to demand more. This is not good enough. We need to be doing a lot better than this, and we are dominating the game, but we are not good enough at the moment, despite the fact that we've had the majority of our shots on target now. This is not good enough, and once again, they are going to be getting the riot act at half-time. As we are, this is not good enough, simply unacceptable. I don't know what has happened. I guess it's that old myth of never turn your computer off, because we were flying, and after I've turned the computer back on now, we are playing absolutely dreadfully. I haven't seen us play this badly for a long time, and we have to have more from this team. I'll wait until we make our substitutions, but at the moment it's still 0-0. And we're struggling to score a goal and struggling to keep hold of the ball. And there's a pass that goes absolutely nowhere. And Matic will pick up the ball, hoping that he settles quite quickly. He doesn't look brilliant at the moment, but he is bursting into the box. Tries a shot, just as I'm saying. He doesn't look brilliant at the moment. He has put us 1-0 up, and now I'm going to go back to a positive approach. And that is the commentator's curse, and it seems to be happening a lot to me of late. Matic didn't look as if he's in any sort of form at all. Nobody does, to be fair, but he burst into the box, and it was a deflection that took it past the goalkeeper. It now is Slovan Bratislava 0, Norwich 1. We are in front. It's a game we should be winning. And I think it's probably time now, looking at the team, to go and make a few substitutions. But we do have a throw-in first. We'll do the substitutions after this highlight. There's a ball into the box, and it is headed in, and I think it's Kitambala who has scored. It's now 2-0. I think we can put our worries behind us now. Is this a sign that we will come back to form? It was a nice goal. A lovely cross into the box, and Kitambala made it his. And he doesn't score many with his head, but we are 2-0 up now. And let's go and make our substitutions. But we do have another corner. Let's wait till this corner is done to the near post. It is now 3-0. Lasharas, who is a third choice centre-back. He's playing better than the other two, so maybe he will keep his place against Manchester United on Saturday. But we have now gone 3-0 up. This is much better from the team. And I think we'll make some substitutions after we have praised the team. Let's give them a quick praise first. And so we have made our substitutions. We've brought on Fortes, who incidentally is hinting that he wants a new contract. I did have a meeting with him, but he then decided that he was going to change his mind and that a new contract was not necessary at that time. That's a poor pass from Bertrand, but we did manage to win it back. And here is Kitambala. Kitambala looking to get the ball into the box. He finds Mbemba out on the right. That is a poor tackle, and it could well end up with a sending off here. And that was a very, very poor tackle. It should be a red card, yes. It looked from the graphics like it was a red card offence. And that should be it now, and we should be able to see this game out quite comfortably. It's Slovan Bratislava 0, Norwich 3. And there's a sight that you're probably not going to see very often. We are in 4th place in the Champions League. Let's enjoy it for the time being. It's probably not going to last. And we have gone and won this game. It is 3-0 to Norwich. A good start to our Champions League campaign. Nice work, everyone. That was good, and let's build on that. But we do need to focus on the league. We are in dreadful form. In fact, we are in 3rd place in the league. We'll enjoy that for now. But we need to focus on the Premier League and making sure that over the next month or so that we get good results. We'll come back for the Bayern Munich game and the Wolves game, and we'll see where we are in the Champions League and the Premier League at that stage. And that's it for this video. If you are brand new to the channel, you like FM content, and you love to see people suffer playing this game, why not drop a like, consider subscribing even, and help us to help the British Heart Foundation and support the very worthwhile cause you can see scrolling up above. We'll be back for the Bayern Munich game and the Wolves game. And all that remains to be said now is stay safe, take care, and we'll see you in the next episode.